Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tyler, and today, well, we are going to be doing What If Naruto Was a Saiyan Part 3, and this would have been out yesterday, but I was not really feeling well, but today we are back, and today we are going to be covering, well, the beginning of Shippuden and onward. Now with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video.
Hey, collecting rings like a Sonic. Bitches wanna party. My wrist getting heavy. Got 'em on a diet, yeah. Flex like I'm Hogan. Yobi's coming over. We respect.
We start our story off with Naruto and Jiraiya in the middle of training, and Naruto would be currently meditating as the camera zooms out and we see him multiple feet in the air while meditating, Jiren style. It appears that Naruto has actually mastered the likes of flying in this timeline, and Jiraiya would then be shown watching Naruto in the farther distance. Jiraiya would eventually go up to Naruto and say how their training for the most part is complete and they can finally start heading back to the village. Naruto and Jiraiya would begin walking back until eventually they return to the village, where Naruto would fly up and shout out loud that he has made his return. Similar to in canon, everyone greets Naruto welcome back, and eventually this would lead into Sakura and Naruto retaking the bell test with Kakashi. The bell test here would actually go very differently, with Naruto actually easily overpowering Kakashi and blitzing him and taking the bells, and off-guarding him by just flying in the air and just coming in out of nowhere. Since this Naruto has been constantly training, I would just say that this Naruto is a lot faster and a lot more powerful than that of his canon self. And not to mention, he's constantly getting Zenkais during his training with Jiraiya, and so that is why I feel like this Naruto should be above at least of the likes of regular Sharingan Kakashi in terms of speed and power. Similar to in canon, Sasori and Deidara still kidnap Gaara, and this leads into Team Kakashi and Team Guy then heading out to the village hidden in the sand to go and try and recruit him. Sakura and Chiyo would still cure Kankuro from his poison, and furthermore, Chiyo and them would still head out and encounter the Itachi and Kisame clone, where the Kisame clone would be dealt with similar to in canon, while the Itachi clone would be dealt with a lot faster than in canon. Reason why I would say that the Itachi clone would be dealt with a lot faster is because Naruto is significantly above his canon self in this timeline, and so even before the 30% Itachi could try and attempt some genjutsu or try and escape, he would just blitz and easily neg Itachi's 30% clone. After Team Kakashi gets done, this motivates Might Guy to use the 6K a lot earlier and just neg Kisame so they can get on with the mission, because he can easily end it here, and so he's gonna end it now. Now after this, Might Guy and them would still encounter the clones, while Naruto would easily break through the barrier rather than Sakura being the one to do it, and this would then reveal Sasori and Deidara extracting the Biju from Gaara. Gaara isn't actually fully dead this time because they killed Itachi and Kisame's clones a lot earlier, and so when Naruto sees Gaara, he quickly blitzes past Sasori and Deidara, grabs Gaara, and then brings him back to Kakashi, Chiyo, and Sakura, where he would then say to get back and he'll handle the rest. At that point, Deidara would then try and use some clay attacks, and this would lead into Naruto easily evading every single attack, and this would lead into Sasori using his puppet shell to try and shoot some poison needles, and even that would be dodged by the likes of Naruto. Naruto would then proceed to break Sasori's shell, revealing the actual body of Sasori, and when Deidara tries to use some more clay attacks, Naruto just uppercuts him into the air, saying that what he did to his friend was unforgivable and he's going to show him no mercy. We then see Naruto being a little bit influenced by Kurama, but he is able to actually suppress it a little bit, and he isn't fully consumed by the Nine Tails. This is because he's actually done multiple trainings with Jiraiya with controlling the Nine Tails' chakra and also the Ikari state, so he's kind of used to this rage right now. At that point, Naruto would then easily combat the likes of Sasori and Deidara at the same time thanks to his new power boost, and he would then be pushed to use his new power, the Ikari state. The reason why I say new is because we haven't seen this power in quite a long time, and this power is actually different from the versions that Naruto has actually used beforehand in part 1. Reason why is because this Naruto is actually able to maintain this form and actually briefly control it before going completely insane. Sasori and Deidara are just completely blown back by Naruto's power, and this leads into Deidara doing a fake suicide bomb to escape the area with Sasori this time. So Sasori actually lives on. Now with Sasori living on, this basically means that Naruto doesn't encounter Heavy Sasuke because of the information that Sasori doesn't give. And with this basically leads into the Sasuke retrieval mission not actually happening. Before we actually go further in depth, let's wrap up the Kazekage rescue mission. So Gaara would actually be rescued here, and he wouldn't die, which means Chiyo would actually live on as well, meaning no sad ending would happen here, and Gaara would still have the One Tails. Sasori and Deidara, however, haven't completely failed, since they did extract enough Biju chakra to actually give back to Pain, and it actually does satisfy him. Now because of the Sasuke rescue mission not occurring, this means people like Sai or Yamato wouldn't be introduced for the sake of this arc, But I do feel like Naruto would actually learn more about chakra natures thanks to Kakashi being here, and we could just say that Naruto actually learns it a lot earlier in the time span of the Sasuke rescue mission. And during this time, Sasuke just waits and trains until Orochimaru is eventually weak enough for him to actually betray him. This would then lead into the formation of Team Hebi and Sasori and Deidara stopping Sasuke in his tracks. When the two then fight Sasuke, Sasori would actually stay back and watch the fireworks while Deidara and Sasuke would play out similar to in canon. When Deidara does his C0, he would warn Sasori beforehand, and Sasori would basically escape the area. Deidara actually does have respect for Sasori, so I do feel like he would warn him first before he does his complete explosion, unlike with people like Tobi, who he just completely hates. Meanwhile, that's all going down, Kakuzu and Hidan would still kill Asuma, and this leads into Shikamaru's team still fighting the likes of Kakuzu and Hidan, but this time Naruto and Kakashi would go out to go fight Kakuzu and Hidan. This leads into not a prolonged battle with the immortal duo, but rather a short one with Naruto one-shotting Kakuzu and Hidan being completely teamed on by the likes of Shikamaru, Kakashi, Naruto, and the rest of Team 10. Furthermore, this would still lead into the Jiraiya going out to investigate in the Rain Village, and yes, sadly, Jiraiya still dies. When Naruto hears the news of Jiraiya dying, he immediately flies out of the Hokage office and into the mountains. He gets very enraged and even goes into his Akari form out of frustration. And for a brief second, Naruto's hair would then spike up and his eyes would then turn into a aqua green. Naruto got a glimpse of the Super Saiyan power, but he would quickly turn back into his base form, and he is just completely shocked at the fact that he is able to access this kind of power. Not fully access it, but just briefly. He just knows that this power can be very useful for him, and he could definitely avenge Jiraiya. In the end, Naruto is still cheered up by the likes of Iruka, and he would still go and train on Mount Myoboku. When Naruto would actually tell Paul about this transformation, which I feel like he would since this power is definitely something not to just scoff at, Paul would then say how he actually knows a similar case to this power that Naruto is talking about. Jiraiya's student, aka the 4th Hokage. Naruto is taken aback by this news, and we would then get the story of the 4th Hokage. Now, Naruto doesn't know that this is his father, but there are a lot of parallels between the 4th Hokage and Naruto himself, and Naruto does catch on to this. I'm not going to say here that he just figures out that Minato is his father, because that's not at all what Naruto would think. He would think that he needs to be better than the 4th Hokage and surpass him, because Minato, well, the 4th Hokage, I mean, is looked up as a hero, and Naruto wants to be the same thing and wants to do better. And so Naruto knows if he can probably access this power, he could be a hero and even surpass the likes of the 4th Hokage. And so Naruto, for the rest of his time on Mount Myoboku after training with Sage Mode, would try his best to try and learn about Super Saiyan, but he just couldn't access the form on his own. And so Naruto eventually is then brought to the Leaf Village, where he would then see Pain just completely destroy everything, or the aftermath of him destroying everything at least. When arriving, he would understand that Kakashi has also succumbed to the likes of Pain, like Jiraiya did, and this would greatly enrage him, and he knows that Sage Mode is the only way to try and hard counter the Rinnegan, because at first, he would try and take his frustration out on Pain in his base form, and even try his Akari form, which almost catches Pain lacking, but because of the Rinnegan, he is able to blow Naruto back. Even with all this power that Naruto has, it's still not enough to try and beat Pain's Rinnegan. He's going to need to use Sage Mode. Now, since this Naruto is much more powerful than that of canon Naruto, and he has Sage Mode, I'm going to say here that this Naruto completely bullies Pain even harder than in canon, and eventually he would then run out of Sage Mode and Pain would start getting the advantage. At that point, Hinata would then come in, and Hinata would still succumb to the likes of Pain, and this pushes Naruto over the edge. We would see the Nine-Tails aura consume his body, but he wouldn't go into a six-tailed state. No. He's going something even farther beyond that. Naruto would actually spark up his hair, the same way how he did when Jiraiya first died, and his eyes would turn back into that aqua green. But this time, Naruto is actually able to maintain this power for a little bit of time, thanks to his rage. This is as far as you go, Pain. I'm done letting you hurt my loved ones. At that point, Naruto would begin to easily bully Pain, and Pain would resort to that of the Chibaku Tensei, but instead of getting that little speech with Minato, Naruto's raw power is able to actually overpower the Chibaku Tensei and actually rush at Pain with everything that he's got. Pain being off guarded at the fact that the Chibaku Tensei, his best jutsu, was overpowered, he knows that he is completely outmatched here, and Naruto would hit Pain with the hardest right hook of his life, killing him. Now with this still leads into Naruto trying to use Sage Mode and stabbing himself with the Chakra Rod, detecting Nagato, using Takano Jutsu, and Nagato would then revive everyone that has been killed. And so with this, the 5 Kage Summit would still be set up, but that will be saved for part 4 of What If Naruto Was a Saiyan.